Good morning, everybody. It is 5:09 Saturday morning. Wife and kids are still sleeping. Coffee in the cup. As you can see, I'm wearing my sweet 80s metal wig. No big deal. It's what I like to do first thing in the morning. Pretend I'm some famous, rock star before I gotta go live the the blue collar working man life. But you know what? Today I'm doing a VR for Brandon Jensen. Top loaded. Hashtag you won't be pissed. They want, Brandon Jensen is the goat of all goats when it comes to racks, live streams, giveaways, and all this kind of stuff. I mean, we literally just battled the three good nerds in two boxes, father and son, against, provided from Brandon Jensen. These cards, these don't do it justice, but these cards are amazing. And it goes right down memory lane with all this turtles, But he wants to know who you PC, why you PC him, what teams, players, and all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to dive, and he wants you to be, descriptive as possible, giving everyone a helping hand in racks and, all that little stuff. But, so today, I'm going to let everyone know. Over the last couple years, my PC has shifted drastically, right? I used to PC Jim Zorn, Seattle Seahawks, Seattle Mariners, Gardner Minshew, huge time Gardner Minshew super fan because, dude, the dude has a mullet, like all mullets. Well, what do you call it? The Mississippi Mudflat, which is pretty, that's a pretty cool name. But, Anthony Gordon, basically all WSU players in college uniform. But, as time goes on, you just start collecting all this shit. And then you just become like a super hoarder of everything. So, I've started a little different kind of PC. My Jim Zorns, it's sad to say, I've been selling my Jimmies, I've been selling my Gardner Minshews, I've been selling that kind of stuff for one reason and one reason, only. Is my new PC has been shifted towards, my main PC has been shifted towards the memories I'm making with my kids, busting cards and stuff, right? That to me is a better PC than just 50 random boxes of shit laying around my room that I'm probably never, what am I going to do with 50 boxes of shit? I mean, when I die, my kids and wife are going to have a hell of a time deciding what's what and who's who and how much is this worth or whatever the case is. See, like this is my PC now. Autographed baseballs from a Mariner game that my wife, me, Saoirse, and a couple of Akina's aunt and uncle went to. That's awesome. This right here, Julie Farnham autographed hockey puck. I don't know how many of these out there are existed, but this is pretty badass. Little things like that are my main PC now. 1990 and 1991 Pro Set. Also my main PC. I am after all the cards with errors. Because as you can see, I have some autographed in there. See, this set takes me right back to being 7 years old and getting just a big old box of cards, just open them up, ripping them up, pulling Seahawks, pulling this, pulling Jerry Rice, pulling those cool insert cards. So my goal now is to see how many of them I can get TTM of that set. All the yellow are the ones that I have already back from TTM, which is, it's a tall feat, but some of these cards I'll probably never get autographed because a lot of these guys like Jerry Rice and, they don't sign TTM stuff. Eric Dickerson, he never signs. Unless it's like $50 per or something like that. But, yeah, nostalgic stuff that really don't have a meaning or bearing in anything is what I PC. As you can see, let me see what's going on here. IPC stuff like this, handwritten letters from the card community. These just happen to be from Brandon Jensen because, Brandon, you have legit handwriting. And this letter right here, it's a lot of shit talking. Dear pocket change and sperm donor. What kind of letter starts off with, hey, pocket change and sperm donor? I'll tell you which kind of letter. It's a letter from Brandon Jensen the GOAT. IPC moments like that, taking my daughter to that LCS up the street with just a wall of junk wax, and that picture of her right next to me, shooting that, ripping open packs, and I'm right here ripping open packs. That to me right now is my favorite picture in the last 10 years, I think. It's a pretty great picture. IPC moments like getting this in the mail. I'm going to read it to you. I just got it from an Old Man Game yesterday. You have been selected for the Trade Train Challenge. Thank you for all your great content. I chose your channel as I subscribe and watch all the time. I figured you would be in support of the card community and taking part. Please pay it forward by sending one card to someone you support on YouTube. Rules. Card value should be $20-ish. Can be any sport, modern or vintage. Use hashtag Trade Train. It's little shit like this that's awesome. There's so many people in the card community. You got Julie Farnham always calling or texting me up about bets between the Mariners and the Twins, and she'll text me up with a picture of some fish she just caught. It's pretty awesome. Sticks G. The world is so funny how, I'm good friends with a dude that lives up in Canada, BFE Canada somewhere. I text him all the time. Zach's Collections. I text him all the time. Pittsburgh fan, excited about football. Everything is crazy. For that trade train, I got tons of crazy cards. Some dual SP Seahawk action. Oh, Golden Tate rookie. It's little stuff like this that's getting surprise mail days and going live and hanging out, having a couple beers with your buddies. That IPC personally. Getting letters from my mom with worthless junk wax packs just to bust for fun. My PC, stuff like this. Whatever kind of moment that takes me away from the responsibilities of modern day life, where it's just thoughtless and nostalgic memories. Those are my PC moments, man. PC, that's what I PC. So, also 1990 Pro Set football. I don't know. It's around. I got the binder around here somewhere. And okay, hold on. There's one more. I also PC 1999 Upper Deck football. There is one core childhood memory that I remember. 1999, I was 14 or something like that. 13, 14. And my stepdad asked me if I wanted to work a Saturday to make some money. And I'm like, hell yeah, I want to work. So he asked me what I wanted in return for my day's pay. And I told him I want a box of 1999 Upper Deck football, which back then was like $50 or something like that. But it was the top dollar high-end card. 1999, you got all the Donovan McNabb, Tim Couch, and all these guys that were huge. And that day was, I think, one of the worst days of my life up till that point. He had me working in a low crawl, insulating underneath the house in low income areas. So the bottom of the house was wet, muddy, it was cat crap everywhere, and it was spiders. And back in 1999, I was, I don't know, 4'10", 100 pounds. So I had to go in all those fun little nookies all over the place and take care of that shit. And you know what? At the end of the day, he had a box because he left at lunch to go get lunch or whatever he was doing. But he bought my cards. And at the end of the day, I took a shower and I sat down with my cards, and I'm like, yes, like I earned that box of cards, and I am going to rip it and enjoy it. And I pulled the Tim Couch rookie card, and back then, you know, no one had eBay or eBay comps or all this other stupid bullshit. You had the Beckett. You looked up the Beckett, and that card in that Beckett, when I looked it up, was it was worth $50. I was like, holy shit. You know, in retrospect, I really should have sold it, but, you know, I'm a hoarder. I was a hoarder, and I didn't feel like selling the car, so I got one of those, you know, magnetic things, and I kept that card. I still have it, but now it's worth like $2. Sitting in my binder. But yeah, Brandon, I hope this satisfies all your requirements for, satisfied your requirements for your VR, bro. And like I said, I appreciate you. And you know, for all you guys out there who haven't checked out Brandon Jensen Top Loaded, give him a sub. You won't be pissed. All right.